24 years old, sentenced to life without parole for robbery. 25 years later, he became a free man. Tonight we hear from a Tri-Cities man 2 years after his release and how he's working to make our community a better place. The year was 1996 and 24-year-old Dean Fillion was hearing these words from a Snohomish County judge.
We have no choice but to sentence you to life without parole where you will die in prison.
Dean was convicted of accessory to second-degree robbery, a strike offense at the time. This was Dean's third and final strike carrying that mandatory sentence.
They're taking my life from me for something as petty as stealing beer. It's a crime, I get it, I deserve to do some time. But the underlying issue was that I was an alcoholic.
Dean says he had a rough upbringing, raised by a single mom who constantly worked.
I went to the streets for kids that were just like me, and they introduced me to drinking and smoking weed and stealing and hanging out, but it was a camaraderie with family that I didn't get at home. Full-blown alcoholic, at least by the time I was 15.
In 1990, he was convicted of assault in the second degree. In 1994, a second-degree robbery. Then in 1996, strike three, game over.
That's pretty devastating at 24 just for what I did.
Dean says he and a couple of friends stole beer and cigarettes from a gas station market, and one of them threatened the clerk, saying he had a gun. Dean was sent to the Walla Walla State Penitentiary.
I was bad in there. A few times I thought I gave up. Like I was just going to end it all in there.
While incarcerated, Dean filed multiple appeals that were denied. But in 2019, the Washington State Legislature removed second-degree burglary as a third strike offense. After some back and forth, the courts found that Dean's punishment was, quote, cruel and unusual, and he was resentenced. According to the updated law, he got credit for time served.
And he says, you're going to get out. And I still couldn't believe it because you always look at the worst but hope for the best.
But on March 3rd, 2021, Dean's release date, the world was a different place than he'd left it. Dean had to get an ID, learn how to use a cell phone and the internet. And thank goodness he learned about social media, where he met his fiancée, Shelly Drake.
Had God not placed us together, I probably would have went back to prison.
Both she and Dean also work as peer support specialists at the Grind Cafe in Kennewick.
God gave me a second chance to come out here and try to change lives, and that's what I've always pushed for.
We're passionate about it. We're passionate about helping the youth. We're passionate about helping the still suffering addict. It's where our hearts are at.
Today, Dean says he enjoys the little things in life with his best friend at his side. While he can't get back time, he can enjoy the years of life ahead of him.
I wanted to make my mom proud that's sitting up there in heaven. And my sister and my grandparents and all of them are smiling down on me and are thinking, man, he is an amazing man. We always knew he had it in him.
Now, Shelly, his fiancée, also has an incredible story of redemption. Both of them hope to reach youth who are at risk as well as help those who are in active addiction. They say it starts with who and what you surround yourself with. We'll have much more online at yaktrinews.com. And the Manhattan Project helped to put the Tri-Cities on the map. Now you can explore a portion of the Hanford site for free. Tours will soon begin. The details still to come.
Also taking action, law officers in Yakima now praising a gun store. They say what it did might have prevented potential violence.
Plus, enjoying the beauty of Chesterley Park. Learn about improvements now underway in Yakima. That's next on Cap KVU Local News at 6.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
Make an experience this weekend to Vapiano. Relax in the country, experience the wine, and share in the joy. Vapiano awaits you and your friends. Make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estate and Winery. Slow down, enjoy the journey.
Join us for the Active for Life Senior Prom March 23rd from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the Uptown Theater in Richland. There will be dinner, games, a photo booth, live music, and of course, dancing. Grab your favorite senior, put on your best Roaring 20s outfit, and dance the night away. We'll see you there.
Do you have a current vehicle loan or lease? Do you want a low financing rate? Do you want a new ride? If you've answered yes, then stop what you're doing and get to Steve Hahn today. Stuck in a loan or lease? Steve Hahn wants to get you released and into any new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV with over 500 to choose from. With zero down and as low as 1.9% financing even on used vehicles. Have a job clearing $350 per week? You're virtually approved today. SteveHahnAutoGroup.com.
Hey Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this,
LT,
what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
we gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. Yakima area law enforcement officials are applauding a local gun store whose actions they say may have prevented a shooting.
KFKV's Emily Goodell tells us it's a case that's now in the federal court system.
We all find out about the terrible situation once it happens. But there are these kind of situations out there where violence is being prevented. And in this case, it was prevented by a gun shop. We had a case where a young man flew from Asia.
Walked into the gun shop.
Just threw some alarms up from several people that talked to him.
They say he passed a background check, bought firearms, but didn't leave with them.
In Washington State, on semi-auto rifles, there is a mandatory 2-week waiting period.
He left, but they got a call from another gun shop concerned about him, and 2 days later, he was back.
The first time was a, hey, pay attention, you know, some people just are odd. The second time he came in, it went past odd to concerning.
He was making threats, death threats, specific to a firearm.
They called the police, who launched an investigation. In the meantime, they say he came back a third time wanting to shoot at the range, but they said no.
We preach suicide awareness. We turn people away from the range a lot of times, that we show some of the red flags. So something, again, that you just really have to pay attention to.
Police say that customer is now facing charges in federal court.
I think it was a realistic threat. Of course, we'll never know, but we took it that way, and I think that there's a group of people who are much safer now because of it.
It doesn't have to be us. It can be all of you too. Firearms education and paying attention to the people in your community will make a huge difference.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, KFKV Local News.
Law enforcement and the gun store owner are also calling for everyone to come together to address issues like mental health and drugs as a way to prevent violence.